And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again here on a Thursday night for the Crooked Line Dirt Late Model Series presented to us by 48 Bowl out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Joining me in the booth tonight is actually the one, the only, Tanner Marr. Tanner, how we doing?
Doing good, buddy. Ready to cause some dirt action the real way, right? I've been watching these guys turn laps out here, and these are some true dirt races out here, so it's going to be a pretty good show up in the booth tonight, I think.
Yeah, they put on a great show last week at Eldora. Travis St. Clair came home with the win there. And Brandon Freeberg actually, I believe, fell back a couple of spots, but he's second on the board right now in practice. Top of the board is Travis St. Clair. And as you said, Tanner, these guys are going to put on a heck of a show here tonight. We got about a minute and a half left here in practice. Levi Allen's out on track in that number 97, currently sitting 8th on the charts with a 15.76. Just waiting to get word from race control to head down trackside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremonies. If you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. Right now, we are in qualifying, taking a look at the number 24 of Sam Lawson, currently 4th on the charts at 16.52. Cross the line for his second lap. Does not improve. Going to hang on to 6th for right now. Well, how about that line right there, Tanner? Scott Smith went all the way down to the bottom, almost got into the inside wall there.
That's what, when I was watching these guys there in practice, it was mesmerizing how low some of them could get and still actually get the run off. Normally you think dirt, go to the high side, rip it, but you see here, they're actually all down low, searching for the grip right now on the track.
Yeah, it looks like Smith is almost running a slider line as he goes second quickest with a 15.99. Out of turn 4 and across the line for his second lap. It's going to be a little bit slower, 16.06, but holds on to second right now. We got Justin Toll out on track in the 525. He's currently 8th on the board with a 16.22.
A good looking paint scheme right there. I like that car. See what kind of lap you can put up here.
Second lap's a little bit slower, 16.24 for the 525. Going to be 9th on the board. 27 of Hunter Lagoon's out on track. He put on a good show last week. Currently 6th. Might have got the inside wall a little bit there in 3 and 4.
Whoa. Problem for Lagoons there.
Travis St. Clair just jumped up to second with a 15.92. Brandon Freeberg up to third. Now, these two were battling pretty much the whole night at Eldora last week. We're going to have to see what they can do here tonight. Looks like everybody took a time, Tanner. Looks like Justin Flagg's going to hold on to it.
That does look like everybody is completed here, and I'm looking at the scenic shots here on the track, what the fans are currently seeing, and I'm seeing the track already slicking up. It's already, you just see the moisture just coming out of that track already. This is going to be a slick track for these guys tonight.
As we still got a couple of heat races here tonight before we go to the feature. And about a minute and a half left to go here in qualifying. Not even sure how many laps we're doing tonight for the feature. Do you know, Tanner?
We're going to be doing 50 laps on the feature event.
All right. And as you said, yeah, the track is starting to slick up. They were burning it off pretty good in practice. I don't think we're going to see track crews come out and fix it up at all before the feature. We're getting ready to go here for heat race number 1. Why I brought up 2 of them. There we go. Justin Flagg going to be starting on the pole for heat race number 1 with Brandon Freeberg to his outside. Bob Klein going to be starting in 3rd with Brandon Marlowe starting in 4th. Matt George is going to be rolling off 5th with Justin Toll starting 6th. Jason Korn in 7th and Derek Wynn rolling off 8th. Drivers getting the 1 to go signal right here. Going to be doing 8 laps for heat race number 1.
Now with this heat race here, everybody's going to make the field, but this is determining where you're going to start at in the feature event, correct?
This should determine the inside lane. Second heat should determine the outside lane, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. So if you win this heat, you're starting on pole for the feature.
Flag's going to lead him out of turn number 4. It's got Brandon Freeberg up on the top side, and green flag is out in the air here for heat race number 1. 8 laps to go. Good start for the number 12 as they go barreling down into 1 and 2. Side by side for second. That's the 07 of Bob Klein to the inside of Freeberg down the back straightaway. Number 37 of Marlowe has a good run up top. Seven laps to go this time by. Everybody doing a good job. Had a big slide job back there. Looks like that was... Trying to find it. It looks like the 7 of Bob Klein slid right up in front of the 525 of Justin Toll. A couple of new names out there tonight, Tanner. I'm trying to get used to them.
That's what I'm sitting here looking at everybody's cars and numbers right now, just trying to make sure I call everybody the correct name, correct number as the night prolongs here. But yeah, we got a good double file racing right here. Remember, every car they pass, they're basically gaining a row or position for the feature event.
See Jason Korn trying to split the gap there, going down the back straightaway, backs out of it just a little bit. He's going to try and get another good run here and try again. He has Matt George to his inside coming off turn 4. This little battle back here is starting to heat up. Corn going to go to the inside of that 7 of Bob Klein. Good run down and back straightaway. Looks like Klein got into the outside of the wall just a little bit. Got 3 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Justin Flagg continues the lead. Brandon Freeberg second, Marlowe third. Then we go back to this battle for 4th. It's Jason Corn in the 39, right behind the 525 of Justin Toll. 2 laps to go.
I think he's kind of working him over right now, just trying to figure out if he can go high or low right here. He tried low a few times. Now he's looks like rows of reverse now.
It's going to be white flag in the air this time by. Got a battle going on for second up here. That's Marlowe looking to the inside of Freeberg coming out of turn 2. Coming out of turn number 4, though, it's going to be Justin Flagg taking home heat race number 1 in the number 12. Freeberg gets second, Marlowe third, Toll 4th, Corn 5th, Matt George in 6th, Bob Klein and Derek Wynn rounds out the field here for heat race number 1.
That was pretty elbows out for the first heat race, so let's see what the second one provides.
Well, starting on the pole for heat race number 2 tonight, Tanner's going to be Travis St. Clair in that number 13 car. That's last week's winner. He's going to have Scott Smith in the 53 to his outside in second. Jacob Lassiter in the 51 is going to be rolling off third. Hunter Lagoons in the 27th or in the 27 in fourth. Levi Allen's going to be rolling off 5th in that number 97 with Kyle the Wildman Wellman in 6th in the 42. Cody Reeb is going to be starting 7th in the 47. Samuel Lawson in the number 24, showing the 3, but he is the number 24, starting in 8th for heat race number 2. Drivers getting the 1 to go signal here. Travis St. Clair, Scott Smith, row 1. Gonna lead them down to the green flag.
8 quick laps right here.
And I don't think we're gonna get a Consi either. I think, like you said, we got enough drivers here. Everybody's gonna make the field tonight. Green flag out in the air.
Looks like the leader gets another good launch. We saw this last race.
Yeah, he got a really good launch coming out of turn number 4. Scott Smith probably wasn't expecting him to go. When he did, now he's under pressure from the 51 of Jacob Lassiter, and Hunter Lagoons right behind him on the top side.
You got 3 cars battling right there for second place in the heat race right here. Now, I said 8 quick laps, but I mean they don't go by quick when you're battling 3 wide like that, I promise.
Well, they get it sorted out. Scott Smith kind of prevails here. Hunter Lagoons hangs on to 3rd, and looks like Lassiter might have hit the slick part of the racetrack, got a little loose, and he lost some of his momentum there. Falls back into 4th. So we go back to Cody Reeb back here in 5th. Okay, that's going to be confusing. You see what I'm seeing, Tanner?
I did not. Hold on, wait. Let me see.
You got Levi Allen and Cody Reeb. They're fighting over who's going to be the 97 tonight, apparently.
I see that. I do see that now. LOL, that's funny. That is.
Well, here's what's even better. We go back to Wellman and Sam Lawson. They're also fighting over who's got the better paint scheme.
I see that as well. We talked about that one prior, so that's actually funny.
That is really funny when you look at it go through 1 and 2.
Wow. So if we get y'all confused tonight, we are sorry. Wow, that's awesome.
It's even better that Wellman and Sam are the 42 and the 24.
Right. That's awesome.
Back up to the front, Travis St. Clair has pulled out a 7/10 gap over Scott Smith. He's coming out of turn number 4. Going to be 2 laps to go for heat race number 2.
We're noticing them start to move up a little bit higher, right? They were running what you call the slaughter line, where they was entering low and kind of exiting out on the high side. And now it looks like they're basically just right above the slick right there is what y'all call the cushion, right?
Yeah, it looks like St. Clair's just putting that right rear right up on the cushion right now, and he's making it work. He does enter on the slick, but you see how he keeps the car straight into the corner, lets it float up to that outside groove. As he comes across the line and wins heat race number 2. He's got that car hooked up tonight. All right, getting ready to do a little warm up here. Now, Tanner, you can hear them talking, so you might want to let me know whenever if Jason's going to go and skip some of this warm up or not.
He's talking with the drivers right now, so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, race control has decided it's time to get this feature underway. Starting on the pole tonight is going to be Justin Flagged. His outside is going to be Travis St. Clair. Starting in third is going to be Brandon Freebird. Scott Smith is going to be to his outside in fourth there, with Brandon Marlowe rolling off in P5, and to his outside, Hunter Lagoons in sixth. Justin Toll is going to be starting in seventh, with Jacob Lassiter starting in eighth. Jason Korn is going to be rolling off ninth, with Cody Reeb to his outside in 10th. Matt George is going to be starting in 11th, with Kyle the Wildman Wellman there in 12th. Moving down and rounding out the field tonight, we got Bob Klein starting in 13th, Samuel Lawson, the Governor, starting in 14th, Derek Gwynn in 15th, and Levi Allen rounding out the field tonight in 16th. 50 laps here at Volusia. It's time to get it on.
Go time, Sam.
Driver's getting the 1 to go signal right there. This time by. Got a good field tonight too, Tanner. It's going to be a good race.
I'm expecting a really good race. I like how the track's shaping out right here. The sunset. I'm liking all this right now.
Well, green flag is in the air, and we're rolling here tonight for 50 laps at Volusia. Good launch for the number 12 of Justin Flagg. He's going to try and slide up in front of St. Clair and hang on to that race lead. Gives an outside groove. St. Clair's got to run there up on the top side. Everybody pretty much side by side all the way back. We're 3 wide coming out of turn 4 back there. That was Scott Smith getting stuck up on the high groove. Hunter Lagoon's pushing it 3 wide. And Brandon Marlowe on the bottom side of the racetrack in that 37. Back up to the front, it's still side-by-side battle. St. Clair's going to prevail and lead that lap. Also set the quickest lap of the race thus far. 16.23 for the number 13 of St. Clair. That 12 of Flagg, Tanner, he's holding on to it down on the bottom groove.
He is fighting back really strong on the bottom now. We saw St. Clair hook up on the top side in his heat and kind of set sailed, right? He kind of ran away from the field, per se. So, but right here, to see Flagg right there battling, mostly door to door. Sometimes St. Clair does prevail just from the momentum portion of the high side, right? But Flagg is putting up a good fight down there.
It looks like he's going to lose that battle, though. He's starting to lose his momentum as now he's trying to fight Freeberg up on the top side. And you see the 53 of Scott Smith trying to make a move there as well. Now, Smith's entering a little bit lower than these guys up in front of him, and he's almost keeping that car in the slick and still getting a good run out of the corners. Oh, the 12.
Inside wall, 12 car.
Yeah, he got really hard into the inside wall. Slid up in front of the 53. That's really good avoidance by Scott Smith. He saw that coming. He had to have. And these guys keep it straight, no caution.
Just got down a little low, huh? Just kissed that wall ever so slightly and then just pancaked it really hard. It's like it sucked him in there.
Well, what he's trying to do is he's trying to keep those 2 left side tires in the moisture that's down on the bottom side of the racetrack. And when you're down there, it's just like when you're running the outside wall, right? You got the inside wall to worry about, and he just misjudged it and got that left front into the inside wall.
Yeah, really good avoidance by everybody else in the field.
Pretty much a repeat of what we saw last week is Freeberg and St. Clair battling it out. Now, Tanner, last week, these guys were sliding each other back and forth for about 10 laps. So you see Freeberg's got a good run on St. Clair right here. We're probably going to see another one of those races here tonight.
It looks like Freeberg's right there with him. I thought there was going to be contact between them just a while ago, but no, they're keeping it off each other. But Freeberg, he is right there hounding St. Clair right now for sure.
You guys down to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's not going to be able to pull a slide job right there. Just trying to get side by side with him to set up that slide job. He's got a good run right here coming out of turn number 2. What's he going to do with it? Stays right behind him. Scott Smith looks like he changed up his line just a little bit. So you see, he's entering the middle of the corner, Tanner, trying to let the car almost float up to that outside groove, but he doesn't. I don't know if that's hurting him or helping him. I think he's losing time to these leaders.
He's got a few that's also doing it behind him a little bit lower, but yes, they are kind of losing time to these guys that are up high on the cushion, right? But this may be something that he's trying to develop for later in the race, right? He may think that top line's going to go away or something here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, we still got a long way to go in this one. We're only taking lap 14 of 50. The track's going to change a lot yet. As we got a pass for the lead, Freeberg pulls a slide job on St. Clair. Crossover move by St. Clair back down into 3 and 4. He's going to take the lead back once again. But here comes Freeberg with the momentum. Back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Slide job by the 171 on the 13. Crossover again down the back straightaway. And here we go, Tanner, exactly like we saw last week.
Look at them. They just, one slides up, the other one, they just switch spots. They just keep going back and forth here.
It's all about whose momentum can you break first here with these sliders. How much are you going to make him get out of the throttle? Because see, with these guys doing this, it's allowing third and fourth to catch up to them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Another slide job by the 171 of Freeberg. Takes the lead, but down the back stretch, give it back to St. Clair.
Sam, as a dirt driver, you get in a battle like this and you just keep on slide jobbing each other. At some point, frustration starts to set in, right? Like you kind of get annoyed that you keep on having to defend your spot and take your spot back and as such, right?
The thing is, with these races here on dirt, I mean, you don't really have a whole lot of time to think about it. Especially if you're the leader, you're just trying to make sure that you maintain that lead, right? I mean, you want to win. And since these races are so short, you're just thinking about, all right, he got me, I got to get back around him. He got me, I got to get back around him. You're not really so much thinking of, man, I wish he'd stop. It's just, all right, we only got about 10 laps to go, and I got to get in front of him.
Makes sense.
As you see right here, momentum finally got killed on that 13 car. He wasn't able to cross him back over and clear him again. So now, new race leader officially, 171 of Brandon Freeberg. So we've been green flag pretty much this whole time, Tanner. No cautions yet. I don't want to jinx it, but this is some great racing going on. Let's go back and take a look at the battle for third. Scott Smith has migrated down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Now, I've said this week in and week out, Tanner, we know that 53, bottom feeder race car driver, likes to be on the bottom side of the racetrack. If it's down there, he's going to try and make it work.
And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. He is going to search down there as far as he can. Just got to be careful. You don't want to get down there too far, right? Just like you mentioned earlier, the inside wall, there's the outside wall. We've seen the inside wall already bite. So you just got to be careful, even on the high side here. I mean, we've already seen drivers go out and hit the outside wall. I mean, this is a very, very fast track, and as we're seeing, it's a very fast, slick track right now, too.
Well, we noticed Smith, he got passed by Lagoons there as he was running the bottom, and he migrated back up to the top side of the racetrack. That high line is just ripping right now, and if you're hitting it just right, I mean, that's where you want to be.
Right, you can't match the speed up high that you can down low, or you know, I mean, down low is just not nearly as quick right now.
Well, the leaders are starting to come up on some lap traffic here on lap 25. It's only one car. It's the number 47, showing the 97 on the car, but it's 47 of Cody Reed. Leader's gonna have to work his way around him quick, because he actually got out to pretty, as you see St. Clair going to the bottom there. He sees that lap car. He's trying to take advantage of it, Tanner, trying to use him as a pick.
And that lap car also knows, I mean, our caution laps now don't count, right? So you go a lap down, it can be hard to get back on the lead lap here on dirt, right? So that's why you saw the lap car kind of racing right then. He didn't want to go a lap down. I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, you can't blame him, right? I mean,
right.
Car might not be handling great right now. You get a caution, get relined back up, you might figure it out.
Exactly. That did allow the 13 to edge closer to the 171 here.
Well,
we did have a really good battle going on for P3 too back there. That's crazy.
Good battle going on back there, but these leaders are now coming up on two drivers who are battling for position, or should I say battling on who's got the better True Sim Productions paint scheme. That's Sam Lawson in the 24 and Kyle Wellman in the 42. Now, they're not going to stop racing each other just because the leaders are coming. Looks like Lawson got him, though, as now Freeberg goes to the bottom side of the racetrack trying to get around the 42 of Wellman. Some electrical problems going on in that 171.
It's just forcing these drivers to do something different than what we saw all race. They have to go down low to get by the lap traffic right now.
You see Wellman, he's even fighting second. He's trying to get back up there. Him and Lawson are racing for position right now, so they're not going to give an inch. 19 laps to go, going to be 18 this time by 171, trying to slide up in front of, oh man, he slides up in front of the 24, and Lawson gets into the back of him. So it slowed down Freeberg just a little bit. St. Clair goes back to the middle. Looks like the groove's starting to change now. Oh, we're gonna have a caution, Tanner. Big accident on the front stretch. Looked like Lawson and Wellman might have gotten involved there. Let's go back. Let's see what happened. Oh. Might just have to rewind it, because race control program not working for me. Saw it happen live. Oh, there were three wide coming off the corner.
three wide really tight too, by the way.
Yeah, Wellman
They
kind of
close on each
slides
other.
up. I think he saw that 27 was coming, and he slid up, not knowing Lawson was there. And yeah, Wellman just going around here. That's going to put us under the first caution of the night, and everybody's going to get a chance to kind of take a deep breath here, Tanner, and fire him back off and try again.
That was TSP on TSP right there, by the way. We got two beautiful cars out there that are painted similar, and they were doing destruction to each other.
Yeah, I'll be totally honest. I forgot when I gave Sam Lawson that paint scheme that I gave Wellman it too.
Right, that's awesome.
At least they are kind of different. They got different logos on them.
They are, absolutely. You can tell those apart. The 297s we got out here, they are identical. But they both went on trading paint and saw the same car.
Great minds think alike, I guess. I mean,
Right,
the 97,
it's really
let's be
cool.
real. Yeah, it's not a bad looking car, right?
It's a really good looking car, right? Yeah.
Well, we're going to put them double file, re-rack them, restack them, fire them off one more time here at Volusia. I think it's going to be 16 laps to go when we take the green flag.
Freeburg and St. Clair, they have done battle all night long. And I was on the track last week, and he was in the booth. He said they were doing it all last week as well. So I expect nothing less these final 16 laps here, Sam.
Well, Freeburg's going to fire him off, and we're back to green. He got a good launch, but St. Clair's going to be side by side with the 27 going into 1 and 2. Good run out of the number 37 of Marlowe through 1 and 2. He's going to have a run going down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit of contact there.
A lot of contact right there. It started out. Man.
There's still contact near the rear of the field. Korn got turned. He's going around. Saves it. Keeps going. We stay green. Let's go back up to the front. They're still battling for third. Look at that. 3 wide coming off the corner.
Damn. Absolutely insane right there.
I think that 37 is fast right now. He just needs to get into the line that he's comfortable with. So we got a battle for the race lead going on up front, side by side. Little door bang right there going into 1 and 2. 13 laps to go. Slide job out of the 37, trying to get up in front of that 27 of Hunter Lagoons. And how about Bob Klein? He's on a tear after that restart. He's got some ground made up here on that top line.
Absolutely. These dirt races are hard, Sam. I applaud you, man. There's action going on everywhere. It's like my mind, I can't keep up with it all right now. You got 3-car battles and then 2-car battles for the lead right here. Everybody's just side by side, just racing elbows out. You saw what that restart can do to these guys, right? They're trying to get every spot they can now.
He only got 11 laps to go. St. Clair took over the race lead off of Freeburg. Freeburg trying to make something happen up top, but St. Clair's got that bottom side figured back out. Looks like the bottom's coming back in.
It's awesome. That's what I love about these dirt races is like the track, it changes so much. They were up high. Now they started going down low in 3 and 4, right? So that's that just shows how much the track changes throughout the entire race. You just got to stay on top of it.
If you watch the top 3 here, Tanner, they're all almost running identical lines around the racetrack. St. Clair goes to the middle here and then kind of pulls it down to the bottom, puts that left front on that fresh dirt coming out of the corner. And they're all just trying to follow him, trying to gain that time back up. He's running kind of a slider line in 1 and 2, it looks like. Yeah, he's just putting those left sides right on that fresh dirt coming out of the corner. And this is where he gains his momentum back, is right here in 1 and 2. As he tries a different line there on the bottom. He's got a 5/10 gap right now over Freeburg. Then Marlowe back here trying to run down that 171. And again, Bob Klein up 9 spots since the drop of this green flag, Tanner. He's up there in 4th.
He really has like climbed his way up through the field now. That is really impressive out of 07 right there.
Out of turn 4, we got 5 more times around here at Volusia. Travis St. Clair going for 2 in a row here in the Crooked Line Dirt Series. Presented to us by 48 Bowl out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Everybody pretty much single filed out right now, 4 more times around. I think Freeberg is going to need a miracle right here if he's going to catch up to that 13. He's bad fast tonight.
13 looks like he's a guy, he don't make a whole lot of mistakes, right? And I mean, he's got this gap now. It's just mistake-free racing for him to win this thing now.
Only 3 more times around for him.
He's ran flawless so far, what I've saw. Very, very strong. A lot of the guys out here, though, this is a very, very strong series.
Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for the 13 of Travis St. Clair. Out of turn 4, it's going to be white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. He's just got to run 1 more flawless lap. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Looks like Freeberg trying to hold off Marlowe back here, but out of turn 4, it's going to be Travis St. Clair taking home the win here at Volusia.
Freeberg, Marlowe, and Klein.
Scott Smith rounds out the top 5.
Good run for all of them guys. Good points, nice for the top 5 right there. That was a good race, Sam.
That was a good race. It actually went by a lot quicker than I thought it would. 50 laps here. We only had 1 caution, and as you said, they drove elbows out
all night, man. The race down here was fantastic. The way they could get 3, 4 wide. I almost wish we would have saw 2 or 3 more restarts, right? Because they were really elbows out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tanner and I are just trying to see what's going on here, see if we're going to get a couple interviews tonight. If not, we'll just call that an evening. So just give us 1 second here. All right, so it looks like everybody's coming into Discord right now. Let's go ahead and bring up our 3rd place finisher. That's Brandon Marlowe in the number 37. And Brandon, you had a pretty up and down race tonight. We saw you kind of go in the back a little bit there once the track slicked off, but once we got later in the run and had that caution, cooled your tires off a little bit, you started to make a charge to the front. Kind of walk me through the race.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely got better there after that caution. Kind of hit the line, found the line, and just tried to just keep hitting the marks and move up through there in the last half of the race.
Yeah, you were running good there. Do you think if we got another caution that maybe you would have had something for these race leaders?
I'm not sure if I would have had any. It's one thing to catch them; it's a whole other thing to pass them. I was searching that last 7-8 laps, trying to see if I could find another line to get a little more speed. And the last couple of laps, the cut down line in 3 and 4 seemed to be working pretty well, but it was just, too late.
Well, hey, man, you put on a good show out here tonight. You managed to bring that 37 home in P3. Good points tonight for you. Who you got a shout out on number 37?
All my teammates at Hot Lap Heroes Racing, 789 Designs for the wrap on the car. Shout out to you guys for putting this broadcast on. All the guys that put this league on, give us a place to race, and shout out to the wife for taking care of the little one so I can come in here and have some fun and race with these guys.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on 3rd place tonight, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
That was driver the number 37, Brandon Marlowe, coming home in 3rd. Tanner, I do believe you're catching up with our 2nd place finisher, Brandon Freeberg.
Yes, we got Freeberg right here. Freeberg, you're in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So, Brandon, I was out on track with you last week. I didn't get to see you much, right? Because you were battling for the lead most last week. And so tonight I was in the booth. I did get to watch it some. Talk me through what's going through your mind whenever you and St. Clair are basically just trading the lead back and forth with slide jobs.
Yeah, I mean, Travis and I mean, we race together all the time, so we're pretty comfortable racing each other like that. We know we're going to leave each other space, so it's always fun. But, yeah, I don't know. Just used to it with him. So we were talking before the race, I'd rather be running second there towards the end. And I just felt like I was quite a bit quicker than him there. I don't know, 20 laps in or so. So I wanted to get by him and see if I could just pull away and keep it green. But then we had that caution and got caught up with the lapper and got some damage there. But yeah, it was a fun race.
I mean, overall, a really, really strong race for the 171 out here tonight. Next week, we head into, I looked at this a while ago, I-55. So heading into I-55, how do you feel about the track, and what's your thoughts going into next week?
Yeah, I-55 is my worst track by far in this game. I absolutely hate it, which is sad because, I mean, it's a track relatively close to me, and, it should be fun. I don't know. I just struggle there on the game. It's got a lot of, I don't know, like hills and such going in the corners, like big, drops you off going in. So I always struggle there. So not looking forward to it, but we'll make the best out of it.
Right on with that, buddy. I'm sure you will. Who we got to thank for the number 171 out here tonight, bringing home P2?
Yeah, all the guys, Max Drew Sim Sports, Travis, Justin, Jamie, Cody, everybody. Appreciate all their help. Kyler, can't forget him. Cody Seber's Racing Media. Check him out if you need any videos, photos, whatever. He does a really good job. Majula C Speed Shop and Chris Ferguson over there at CFM Esports. All those guys are a big help to the whole team. Freeburg Racing Components, Dyer's Top Rods, 309 Designs. Everybody that helps out. Thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast, and thanks everybody putting on the league. Jason and Scott Smith, Smithstein Shocks, we'll call it, and Longhorn Chassis. Can't forget them.
Right on, brother. Right on. Well, congratulations on your P2. We'll get you down. Let's celebrate your racing.
Thanks.
That was your second place finisher, Brandon Freeberg, in the 171. And I'm actually catching up right now with our race winner, and that's Travis St. Clair in the number 13, coming home P1 again tonight at Volusia. And Travis, Tanner just talked to Brandon there a little bit, said you guys were battling once again, just like last week, said you guys race a lot, and you guys know how to give each other a lot of room. But who do you think was the fastest? Obviously you were tonight, but he said he might have had something for you there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Brandon's really good at Volusia, and actually I was expecting him to catch me pretty quickly, and I really expected him to get out in front of me, and I honestly thought he was just going to drive away from me there. But Volusia's one of them tracks, man, that it's really easy to follow somebody versus being out front. It's tough being out front because it's really hard to judge your speed, and you're just kind of a sitting duck when you're out front there. So it's always best to be in second place, and then you can kind of dial things in and then make a move. But yeah, that was kind of fun, losing the lead and then getting it back. That was actually pretty fun.
So what were you thinking there when we had that one caution? Were you kind of worried, or were you glad that you had another chance to maybe get around them, or what was going through your mind?
Well, honestly, Brandon's really good on restarts, man. We've been racing together a long time, so I know about everything he's going to do. And I knew he was going to snooker me on the start there a little bit, and I actually got a decent start. But right before the caution, I had thought I'd found something, but I couldn't tell because the caution came out, but I thought I figured something out there. And so as long as third place didn't get a jump on me or make some crazy move, I felt like once I got clear of them, I could start picking away at him again and go back to what I found before the caution came out. And that's what I did. And it worked out. Luckily, I caught on to something at the right time there.
Well, hey, man, you guys put on a great show here tonight at Volusia for 50 laps. You take home another win. That's 2 in a row. You think we can go for 3 at I-55?
Yeah, we'll see. That's not definitely not one of my favorite tracks. I have struggled there in the past, and then I've won some big races there. So it's a toss-up for me. Not a big fan of the place, but it's 50-50 for me on how well I do. I'm either going to be terrible or decent. It's one or the other.
All right, Travis. Well, hey, good win out there tonight. Another good points tonight for you. Who do you got to thank on the 13 for making this win happen?
Yeah, all the guys over at Max Troop Sim Sports, Brandon, Justin, both racing in this tonight, did real good. ML Performance, Siebers Racing Media, 309 Designs for the great looking car, Majula Say Speed Shop, you guys for broadcast, and Jason Scott for help putting this thing on. This is turning up to be a really fun league. I'm really enjoying this. I'm having fun.
All right, man. Glad to hear that you're having fun out there, and hopefully going for a hat trick next week. So congratulations on the win tonight, Travis. We'll see you again next week.
Yeah, and I tell you what, last week afterwards, I watched the broadcast, and the broadcast is really good, man. You do a really good job. It was great.
Greatly appreciate that, Travis. We'd love to hear it.
Yep, thanks, guys.
And that was Travis St. Clair, your race winner here tonight. And Tanner, what do you think? They can go for 3 for next week?
It's going to be tough, right? We heard, I'm going to say the two has been pretty much the fastest so far. Neither one of them really like I-55 next week, right?
Right.
So that's going to open up the door for somebody else to get up there, right? So he maybe will go for 3, or we may see a new first-time winner.
I don't know. We're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, next week. I-55. Be sure to be there. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a time change. I want to mention that before we get out of here. It looks like they're going to be pushing back opening practice at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll be going live around 9:15 from now on. So just be sure to mark your calendars down with that. Other than that, thank you, Tanner, for joining me in the booth tonight. We're going to go ahead and get out of here and get ready for tomorrow night, the Front Row Esports Next Gen Cup Series. And ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a good one. We'll see you in the next one.